hope you're all okay. This one is an artificial intelligent device. It is AI powered. This machine that you're seeing here is specifically used to separate this kind of motherboards. This one. So its intent is to hit this motherboard so that we can separate the lower board from the upper board. You're having three structures here: the down base and the middle frame, then the upper board. But upon hitting this motherboard, this one is iPhone 12 motherboard, upon hitting it, you will be able to separate this layer so that you can access the inside of this motherboard. So we're going to have this one as our example. Whatever you are seeing here is the whole set of the machine, and this is the base of the machine, like this. So whatever I'm holding here, this one is just a mold. A mold is something that has been designed in a certain structure to give out a certain so that you can fit a certain thing. A mold, okay? So this mold is written i2C. This machine X/XS/XS Max/11/11 Pro/11 Pro Max. That means it can fit either of these motherboards from X to 11 Pro Max. Then we have other molds for 12 Pro, 12 Pro Max, then 13 Pros, going on and forth, okay? So this one, you're going to have it, this one is iPhone XS Max, and you are supposed to place it in a way that it will fit perfectly here so that it can be held correctly and firmly while working on it, okay? I have said the purpose of this machine is to heat up this motherboard evenly. It is to heat it up evenly so that you can be able to separate the lower board from the upper board, okay? So that you can access the inside of this kind of boards. These boards are double layered. Nowadays, they make compact motherboards like this one to create space so that you can accommodate a larger battery. That is what they say. But I just hope to say that this kind of structure was brought about so that you can frustrate technicians, okay? You see this nozzle here, whenever you buy this machine, this one is a rework station, you are given different kind of nozzles. But this one is the mid, I think the mid one. We have other nozzles that are larger than this, okay? You have nozzles that are bigger than this, and those ones you can use them to heat up this kind of motherboards too, okay? That is if you do not have this kind of machine. But this one is the advanced way of doing this kind of job. So the more professional way of handling iPhone motherboards from iPhone X onwards is by using this kind of machine. But when push comes to shove, you will just use whatever that is available, okay? So do not be left aside if you do not have you don't have this machine. So if you're having this kind of machine, you can use the biggest nozzle. I don't have that nozzle with me. There's another nozzle that has a wider tip here, wider opening. That one you can just evenly hit this motherboard, or rather you can even use it this way and hit this motherboard. Our intent is to hit this motherboard evenly so that we can be able to separate the upper board from the lower board. May we proceed? How do we go about this one? So this is the machine, and you can see it is already on, and we are placing our mold like this. You see it is open. We start this way from this end, like this, like that. Then we lock here so that it can be held firmly. Then we go ahead, and you have seen i2C, X, XS, XS Max, 11 Pro. So we are going to use this one as our test motherboard, okay? Let us remove this part here first so that heat can be spread evenly, or otherwise it is not going to heat. This one is it prevents heat from spreading. This kind of material acts like an insulator, okay? And it will absorb a lot of heat instead of allowing us to have heat spread across the motherboard correctly, okay? So we remove this cover here. Like that. So we have various types of these machines. They come in plenty. We have various types of them. It's not only this, they are of different types. It's not limited to this alone. You just have to know how to apply or how to use them so that you can be good. Okay, now could one of us place this in a way that will fit in this place? Jaribu. No, it has to face this side. This side has to be the upper side. Jaribu, okay. The intention is to hit this motherboard back equal motor enough. Let me get now. Give this one a try too. This one is iPhone 11, and before you start hitting, you are supposed to remove this this kind of see, this one is iPhone 11 motherboard. Let's remove this seat because it will heat up and you'll be having a hard time. Just remove these ones, put them somewhere correctly. Now try this one. Someone try that one. You see? Now this one has fit correctly or perfectly. Even the first one was okay. Now we can hold this one. And we can hold it here, not there. Just use this one and hold here, and maybe use this one to hold here, not that one, this one. Just a minute. Not really. Okay, our intention is to hold the board firmly so that it does not move. Okay, so you want to remove this upper board. Then this machine, I said it is AI powered. You can, there are some commands that come with it. There's a paper that has commands that come with it. So you speak to it and it does whatever you're saying. Okay, but it is limited to those commands. Okay, let me get that. Let's continue. So this machine, like I'll say that you start by activating it, and by activating it I mean you issue a command that came with it. There is a limited list of commands that you can order it around. So let us begin. You say, "Hi buddy." Hello. You say, "Turn on the heating plate." "Hi buddy." Hello. "Turn on the heating plate." Okay, the temperature will rise to 200 degrees. So it is going to raise this temperature to 200 degrees as said. Then there are some other commands that you can still issue it so that it will continue. Either it will either stop, you can ask it to stop, you can ask it to add a temperature with some certain degrees that has been listed among the commands that it has been set to accept. Okay, so you can see the temperature is rising already. That's why I'm saying it is AI powered. It can listen. Okay, so while it heats up, you are supposed to apply some flux across this board, along this board, okay, so that it can be easier to separate, or while it heats, it becomes easier to melt out the soldering that was used to link this part to the lower one, this upper board to the lower one. And unfortunately I have misplaced my syringe, so you're just going to use this old school way and do this like this. Okay, this one is an old school way. You see it is raising its temperature. You can observe, and it is heating up here.
So your temperature is according to your motherboard line is to easy kwa more, easy kwa less.
Inafaa hizi board, so ikizubaa unaweza iactivateisha tena. Hey buddy. Yeah. Hi buddy.
Hi, what can I help you?
Increase by 5 degrees.
Okay, increase by 5 degrees.
So itapanda, itaendelea kusonga. Ukiambia inaendelea kusonga. So ikihit, inaona, so ina hit kama unaweza ona kama moshi. Sasa matex wengine wanafanyaje? Una preheat kwanza alafu unaiweka hapa. I know there are no instructions, but you can just give it a try. This motherboard here is for practical purposes. This board here, this motherboard that you're seeing here is for practical purposes. I have not given you instructions, but I believe most or some of us do follow these things online and you watch how they are done. Okay, the best way that the initial engineers did, or the beginners did with this kind of boards, they used to put a screw here that could hold the board so that you can lift it perfectly. You can lift it without disrupting the lower parts. Otherwise, we have technicians who have mastered the art of just lifting the upper board and quickly removing it. This one is for practical purposes, and you are our first technician who is going to help us lift this board here. Just give it a try, don't worry. If it damages, it is for us, it's for learning purposes. Just want to find out, can you reason out something? Because these things are discovered by men like us, okay? So lift that upper board and we will say hooray if you lift it correctly. I want to find out whether you do research or you just lazy around and sleep. I want you to lift the upper board. Lift it up. Lift it up. Then I want you to lift it so that I can tell you what not to do or what not to do, how not to go about. Okay? Thank you. He started well, but he finished incorrectly.